have it try this. It's just like the last example of the last video. So go ahead and pause your computer and give it a try. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Again, we're going to have boundary lines. Boundary lines. So this one just becomes y equals x plus 4. Okay, so here's my y-intercept. My slope is 1 over 1, and it is going to be dotted or dashed, however you want to, I guess mine's more like a dash. Okay, and since it is in y is by itself, I can look at this and know that I can graph below, because y is less than. So this is going to be below the line. Okay, I can also test a point. I can test 0, 0, and if I put 0, 0 in here, I end up with 0 is less than 4, which is true. So it still shows me that I shade down on this side. Okay, the next one, my boundary line, is y equals negative 2x plus 1. So my y-intercept is 1. My slope is negative 2 over 1, so I go down 2 and to the right 1. And this line is going to be solid. And again, I can look at the sign, the inequality sign, and it is y is greater than. So I'm going to shade going up on the upper side. I could also test 0, 0 again. And if I test 0, 0, this is going to be 0 is greater than 1, which is not true. So that means I have to shade the side that the 0 is not on, because 0, 0 is not a solution to this. Okay, hopefully you can see where it overlaps. It overlaps right here in this wedge right there. Okay, so unlike linear systems of equations, systems of inequalities can have numerous inequalities. For example, here we have one with 3. So I'm going to turn this one into an equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, so here's my boundary line. Actually, what I might do first is switch it, get the y by itself. And to do that, I have y, it's pointing to the y. So I'm going to have it still pointing to the y. And I have 2x plus 1. So all I did was trade places and flip the sign. And it's in slope-intercept form. So y equals 2x plus 1. So we've got 1 and then 2 over 1 is my slope, and it's a solid line because I have a line under here. Again, I can test 0, 0. If I put 0, let's put it in this one. If I put in 0, 0, is 0 less than 1? Yes, so it's going to include 0, 0. Y is also less than or equal to 1, so I go below the line. Okay, next one, x is less than 5. We can turn that into x equals 5, which is just this line right here, and it's dotted. And we know that x is less than 5, so I'm going to go this way. Okay, so right now, I have another wedge right here with the point up here. This is all filled in right in here. But I do have one more. Y is less than x plus 2, so my boundary line is y equals x plus 2. So I go here, and it's going to be a dotted line. My slope is 1. This continues on down here, which it doesn't really matter with this. Okay? And I have y is less than, so this is going to go down like this. So really what I have this triangular wedge, but then the top of the wedge got cut off. So I have 1, 2, 3 sides, okay, and it goes on forever, but it caps right here, and the rest of it's filled in right there. Okay, so I have another one for you to try. Keep in mind that these two, remember that x equals 0 is the y-axis, and y equals 0 is the x-axis. So just keep that in mind and go ahead and try that now. Okay, so x is greater than or equal to 0. My boundary line is x equals 0, and that's going to be my y-intercept. And all of these lines are going to be solid lines, which is nice. Okay, and it's y is greater than, x is greater than 0. So it's going to go up like this. Okay, then we have y is equal to 0, which is my x-axis. Okay, and we're going up. So basically, when you have something like this where the x and the y are both greater than 0, you're working in the first quadrant of the coordinate plane. All right, next we have, it's not in slope-intercept form, so I'm actually going to get y by itself. So that makes this 3y is less than or equal to, I add x to both sides, so that's x plus 15, and divide everything through by 3, and I get y is less than or equal to 1/3 x plus 5. So that's this one. Okay, so my y-intercept, I'm not going to do the boundary line for this one. I think you guys are getting the hang of it. My y-intercept is 5. And my slope is 1/3, so I go up 1 and over 3. Okay? And it's y is less than. I could also, again, put in 0, 0, 0, and 0 is less than 5. So that would include 0, 0 down here. Okay, and finally, I have 2x plus y is less than or equal to 12. If I get the y by itself here, I have y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 12. So my y-intercept is 12, and it's negative 2 over 1. So down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, solid line again. Okay, and you can probably guess what this is going to be. Y is less than that, so we're going to go below again. So we've got this. So what we've got here is a bounded shape. It doesn't go, to infinity anywhere. It's bounded. Okay, so that's hopefully what you got. That is the end of this part of the lesson with linear inequalities. And if you have any questions, make sure you let me know.